Hey guys, Tarantula Sam here and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be my third update video in my Superworm farm video series. And as you can see, if you've noticed, I added this top screen to that top drawer where the adult beetles were being kept. And the reason I did that is because I was having a few escape every now and again. They somehow were managing to climb out. Whenever I was watching them, they couldn't seem to get a grip, but somehow I'd find one loose every now and again. So what I did is I mounted in the screen with that adhesive Velcro all the way around the sides so I could still open it at the front to give them food and add new beetles and whatnot. However, I left on vacation, and when I got back, I found that they had gotten together and plotted against me and chewed their way out. So I lost all of my adult beetles except for one that I found in a bathtub. I bet the rest are probably dead. I don't really live in an environment that I think is suitable for darkling beetles, so I'm betting the rest have probably died. So I'm scrapping this idea, but I'm not scrapping the Superworm farm idea. I'm going to come up with a new build, one where they can't escape. I'm probably going to simplify it a little bit, and we will get to that here later in this video. Alright guys, so round two. I've got a simpler build this time, probably not as fun as the drawer method, but more practical. It'll be easier, and I won't have any escapes. So what you do for this method, and I've seen this done a few times, is you just go out and you buy two of these storage containers from the same brand. One being a shorter one than the other, so you'll end up with two layers, and it slides in like that. You can see where the line breaks there. And then you'll have your worms on the bottom, your adults on the top with a screen again on the cutout, and then I'll vent the top with some ventilation. So that's how this is going to work. I'm going to be using a metal screen this time. I purchased this for a couple dollars at Walmart. So I'm going to cut some of this out, cut out the bottom of that container, and I'll probably use a hot glue to glue it in. So that's what I'll be doing for this video, and I'll walk you through the steps. Alright guys, I just used a small drill bit to drill in the center of the lid. A handful of holes for ventilation. That's probably fine. So that was the first thing I did. Next, I will cut out the bottom of this inside container. I'll have to move these these beetles. These are the adults I was able to save, and I'll be housing them in here once this part's complete. So I will get to that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the bottom of this out, mount in the screen. Okay guys, so I cut out the bottom of this shorter container. I just used a Dremel cutting wheel, and it left a bunch of the melted plastic burrs, so I'm going to clean that up. I cut out the screen from that other screen thing that I purchased. I just did that with a heavy pair of scissors. Cut through it just fine. So I'm going to cut this down to size and then use hot glue to glue it in place. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to glue it in on the outside or the inside. I'm probably going to do it on the inside. I think that it will stick a little bit better. But I will go ahead and get that done and then get back with you. Okay guys, so I cut out the screen, glued it in, cut out the bottom, and it's pretty much all ready to go. It was a pretty simple build. Now I am going to add the oats to each layer, add the beetles to this layer, add some more worms to this layer, and we'll call it complete, and we'll see if now I can get the beetles to reproduce without escaping. So they've got a much higher wall to climb, plus I'm going to have a solid lid on this, so I don't foresee them escaping. But only time will tell. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the beetles and add the worms and the oats. Alright guys, so I got this finished up. I hope this video was helpful. It was pretty simple. I know I didn't show you every step that I was doing, but I hope I explained it well enough. Again, it's just 2 containers of the same brand that will slide into each other, leaving 2 levels. Drill some holes in the lid of the smaller container, which actually becomes the lid. The whole container itself becomes the lid of the larger container. Then you cut out the bottom however you want with a razor blade, or I used a Dremel, and then hot glue in a screen. I would suggest using a metal screen, as I did have the beetles eat through that fiber screen. So hopefully this works out a little bit better. I don't have as many trays to sort as I did with the drawers, but if I do need in the future, I'll just get another one of these bins, so I can have more storage. But for now, I'm just hoping to get some worms. I only have 4 beetles, so I'm probably going to have to wait till I get more beetles before I see many new worms. But I hope this video was helpful. At least from my experiment here, you can see that the 3-drawer method will result in escapes. I don't think I'll have anything escape from this. It's not quite as fancy as the drawers, but I think it'll do well. Anyways, I will keep doing updates on this video series, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.